Hello everybody, it's your boy Proftrof. We're back again with another Hood Nature video. Most dangerous animals on each continent. I've missed this somehow. I just noticed it. Let's go.
Give me a great idea.
Let's prepare for Australia, where the most dangerous animal is basically every animal.
I'm gonna do the top 5 most dangerous animals on each continent, starting with Africa. Also follow me on Instagram and DM me ideas.
Africa, hippo maybe? Lion? I don't know. Elephant? Ooh, elephant. Ooh, elephant.
Number 5, what would happen if you gave a Honda Civic a horn and personality disorder? You'd get the black rhinoceros, a 3,000-pound vibe check. The reason they're so dangerous is because they're basically blind, so they charge at anything that moves. Number 4 are hyenas, because they have jaws that can amputate a rhino and they can chase you down for miles.
Wait,
they can that moves. Number 4 are hyenas, because they have jaws that can amputate a rhino and they can chase
hyenas can amputate a... what?
you down for miles.
A
they have a
rhino?
murk rate of 74%, so if they come after you, your life movie just hit the credits. And they can run in clans with 80 members. Number 3 is the bull elephant, because when they enter a state called musk, they gain a personality of an over-aggressive frat boy and a 15,000-pound body, with 2 life-canceling tusks. And there is not a more destructive force than an angry elephant thinking with his fifth leg. Number 2 are mosquitoes, because they take 1 million names off the census every year.
Okay, fair
when
enough.
she drinks your blood, she can transfer malaria, which reduces your blood's ability to carry oxygen. Number 1 ain't even a debate. Most animals won't give you problems if you respect their space.
Okay, so we go for these motherfuckers, huh?
Hippos
Good start. Hippos.
They can't do math, but they have a bite that can divide you or a crocodile in
Hey,
half.
same, bro.
At least 500 obituaries get written a year because a hippo had a temper tantrum. They've been known to swallow people whole, and they don't need Red Bull to give you wings. Top 5 most dangerous animals in South America. At number 5, we have the giant river otter, because these furry gangbangers will jump caimans and tear their guts out. They can grow to 6 feet long, and they've been known to attack and torture anacondas. Number 4 is the bullet ant, because its sting is one of the most painful things you can live through, and if a whole nest presses you, you're gonna wish you had a bullet to put you out of your misery. Coming in at 3 is the Brazilian watering spider. The only thing worse than its venomous bite is the agonizing 4-hour erection that follows, along with rapid heart rate paralysis. The only thing worse than its venomous bite is the agonizing 4-hour erection that follows, along with rapid heart rate paralysis and your...
Hey, listen. I'm not the smartest individual. I wouldn't take that, but I definitely know a couple of people that would take this just for the 4-hour erection. Come on, bro. That's a long time.
At number 2 is the biggest snake in the world that isn't your ex, the green anaconda. At 17 feet, 550 pounds, this snake is really just one big muscle. They're strong enough to choke the life out of almost anything, and like any truly toxic relationship, once it gets a hold of you, it really is till death do you part. Number 1 is a jaguar for many reasons. These all-stars can run, jump,
but they're so cute though.
Swim, climb, do all the things you expect from a cat while weighing 250 pounds. Unlike other cats, they end lives with a bite to the head, skull punching it with their teeth and piercing the brain. Pound for pound, they have a more devastating bite than a lion or tiger, and they can crack open a turtle.
That one kind of looks like a psychopath.
God help you if he collects rents. Most dangerous animals in North America.
Okay, North America.
Mountain lions, because everything about them is designed to kill you. At 200 pounds, they can outrun, outjump,
not a bear,
and probably outdrink you. And if this roid kitty wasn't already afraid of people, they would stab.
North America, what would be number 1? Probably grizzly.
Respectfully. Number 4 is the American bison, because at over 2,000 pounds with a top speed of 40 miles per hour, health insurance goes up every time he loses his temper. I mentioned they can jump over fences. Every year people try taking selfies with it and nearly get turned into chalk outlines. Number 3 is the polar bear for 2 reasons. They're the largest land predator on Earth, and as payback for global warming, they might be the only animal that actively hunts humans. They'll do you just like they do seals in the name of equality.
I mean, there's like one human over there.
Kidding, the deer. Bambi will cause 1 million car accidents a year, which will end 200 lives. You're more likely to sit in a funeral.
I don't think suicide bombing counts though, because that's basically what they do. They suicide drive up and jump in front of your car. It's like,
an unaware deer, then a homicide.
Go towards the light.
Every time you step in a car, this antler jockey decides if you're gonna come home in one piece or in a box. And number 1 is the biggest deer of all, the moose, because the fastest way for God to bring one of his children home is to put a moose in front of his car. Unlike bears and cougars, these car cripplers are not afraid of you. They will river race on your body. If you ever wanted to be famous, piss off a moose and you will get your own hashtag.
I'm good.
Top 5 most dangerous animals in Antarctica. First, we got the giant petrel, an aggressive refrigerated
giant
with a 7-foot wingspan. They won't kill you, but this ice vulture will projectile vomit at anyone that gets too close, and it's acidic enough to blind you. At number 4,
your attack is projectile vomiting. That is your... What is this, a Pokemon?
Got the 46-foot
what element is that?
Squid.
Disgusting.
With 10 arms, a razor-sharp beak, and claws that can easily violate any human. At number 3 is the 8,000-pound blubber bully that is the southern elephant seal. Built like a truck with the personality of a spring break frat boy, they only care about food and sex. Anything else can get flattened if it's in their way. At number 2, we have one of the most feared predators in Antarctica, the leopard seal. At 11 feet 700 pounds,
that picture of it though?
It actually has a body count. One attacked and dragged a researcher to her death. They've been known to end lives for fun. The definition of irony is that the most dangerous animal on this list has never killed a human in the wild, even though they have the strength to shot put seals and vibe check sharks. They often hunt in groups called
They
pods, and their
respect
hunting
us.
styles basically like wolves of the water. As apex predators,
Probably
that means there's
not.
literally nothing on this
I don't know
planet
why
that
they
can
don't
check
kill
them.
us.
And even though they've never caused an obituary outside of SeaWorld, there's no denying a 32-foot homicidal murder dolphin could easily be a one-man Titanic if it ever chose to strike. Top 5 most dangerous animals in Europe.
Dolphin.
First, we got the
Hey,
Portuguese
what did you call it last time? Oreo dolphin?
which isn't a
that's
jellyfish,
a
it's a
good one.
siphonophore. It has venom that can trigger an allergic reaction that blocks your airways and stops your heart. At number 4, we got the Eurasian brown.
Isn't that where the dude kissed it? The one who was picking up?
Because at 8 feet 1,000 pounds, they can turn any
Eurasian
man into a
brown
meat
bear.
rag doll. Attacks are rare, but one did eat a child last year, so yeah. Also, if he high-fives your back, you will be a paraplegic. At number 3, you got the Vipera, the European adder. They only bite when provoked, but their venom can cause blood blisters and can trigger extreme allergic reactions that can take a year to recover from, if you recover at all. In Sweden, there's about 1,300 recorded bites a year. Their name is adder, but they'll subtract you from the recover at all. In Sweden, there's about 1,300 recorded bites a year.
Okay, that's another country off the list. I am sorry, Sweden. I don't fuck with snakes.
They'll subtract you from the population expeditiously. Number 2, we have the wild boar, and it's all because of the way they attack. They'll charge you and gore you with those teeth, and then take a step back, and if you're still moving, they'll ray rice you again. They'll keep doing this until they're sure you're dead. And somehow Musaya finds himself at number 1 again. They say on the road you should never swerve to avoid hitting an animal because 99% of the time you'll end up in a worse position. That 1% is when this antler tank is in front of you, because if you hit its legs, its 1,700-pound body will go through your windshield and no car insurance can bring you back to life. 5 most dangerous animals in Asia. At number 5, we have the 1,200-pound water bull.
What would Asia? What y'all got over there? I don't know, I can't actually think of anything that... they got tigers. Wait, do they have tigers anymore?
Buffalo.
They
They've
still
been
got
domesticated and
tigers.
they're actually really friendly 95% of the time.
Right.
It's just that 5% where this 4-legged tractor puts someone in a newspaper. At number 4 is the mugger crocodile, because once it slams those
mugger
jaws on you, you have
crocodile.
a choice to either negotiate your arm or get death rolled into oblivion.
Why is its name a mugger crocodile?
Number 3 is a soft-scaled viper, because it has the highest body count of any Asian snake. Its venom is 5 times worse than a cobra's, and it breaks down the membranes of your blood vessels, causing you to bleed from everywhere, including your brain. My advice if you get bit is to forgive your enemies and make peace with the higher being of your choice, because you're about to get airdropped to them. At number 2, I'm respectfully putting the sloth bear, because it has claws, jaws, and the personality of a chainsaw. At 400 pounds of malicious intent, its attack style includes disfiguring the victim's face and turning the limbs into a bloody pulp. Number 1 is easily the 11-foot, 700-pound striped elite button we call tigers. They're strong enough to murk guards, drag cows over a mile, and they can even lift an adult cow over a 7-foot wall. But the worst part is they're the most vengeful animals on over a mile, and they can even lift an adult cow over a 7-foot wall. But the worst part is they're the most vengeful animals on the planet. You do them dirty once, and like a 4-legged John Wick, they will find you, and what happens next will be 100% premeditated. You are the deadliest animals in Australia.
Okay.
Part 1.
Part 1. What is this? A 5-part series?
No, it says a lot.
Probably
When
more than
17-foot,
5.
2,200-pound massacre is number 5. It has the strongest bite force on a planet, and its death roll guarantees that your casket will be closed. At number 4 is the eastern brown snake, because they're responsible for 60% of snake bites in Australia, and one bite can cause paralysis, uncontrollable bleeding, and one less person on next year's census. Not to mention half of these deaths happen at home. The funnel web is respectfully number 3, because its name isn't Zoe, but most of its victims are children who can become hashtags in as little as 15 minutes. Those fangs can penetrate your fingernails, and the venom attacks the nervous system, causing a drop in blood pressure, organ failure, and a non-negotiable soul eviction. This tiny octopus is number 2, because not only can it arrest 26 people with one bite, you wouldn't even feel the bite itself. You would just have trouble breathing and moving, and by the time you realize what was happening, you would be too paralyzed.
Water is evil.
Number 1 is the box jellyfish, because this is exactly what happens when you get too close. The venom attacks the heart and is so painful that you can go into shock and drown before you even reach the shore. Because they have 4,000 million stinging cells that could cook you faster than ramen. 5 deadly Australian animals, part 2. Kangaroos are responsible for 90% of animal-related car accidents, making them the deer of down under. Difference is, deer aren't built like someone.
What the fuck? Hey, my boy! What the hell? Why is he flexing? What the fuck?
They'll put you in the ER and make love to your wife after. Number 4 is the most lethal thing with feathers, the cassowary. Because those daggers can tear flesh, open arteries, and slice your intestines out with one maliciously placed kick. If they weren't shy, it would get bad.
Goddamn
Magpies
Australia.
are anything but shy.
Magpies?
Air forces will attack people and assaults like a blind victim. And since they can remember your face for 5 years, beefing with an angry bird is signing a max contract with abuse. At number 2 is the most venomous fish on the planet and master rock impersonator, the stonefish. Accidentally step on them and they'll shoot venomous spines through your skin, which can flatline you in 2 hours. Symptoms include extreme pain, respiratory weakness, paralysis, and an obituary. Number 1 is the irukandji jellyfish. Not because they can revoke your birth certificate in 2 minutes, but because they're so small you would never see it coming. One of the symptoms of getting stung is an impending feeling of doom, which causes some patients to beg the doctors to end them just to get it over with. Most stings aren't fatal, but I would still deep throat a cactus before I go swimming in the ocean. These are 5 of the worst ways to die in Africa.
I like how it is. about this big and white. Like, what?
If you eat the ackee fruit before it's ripe, you can develop Jamaican sickness where you vomit uncontrollably, have seizures, and go into a coma that you might not wake up from. If Cape Buffalo want you off the census, a group of about 50 will stalk and circle you, and when you're not looking, one will charge and gore you from behind. And they'll wait till you get up just to Ray Rice you again. Which is why they're called Black Death. During droughts, colonies of millions of safari ants will swarm and attack anything in their way. A woman was gardening when she got swarmed by the thousands, and by the time her husband found her a few minutes later, she was already finished. She went into anaphylactic shock where her throat swelled up, basically suffocating her. Hippos have been known to swallow people during maulings. The worst part is the only way out involves paying a toll at the 20-inch tusk they call teeth. One man got attacked so severely that his arm was a bloody pulp and his chest got ripped to the point you could see his lungs. Hyenas and wild dogs are the worst death sentence to have because unlike other predators, they don't kill their prey before they eat it. So they'll tear it apart when it's too late to fight back.
Look at that fucking face.
Wild dogs go for the guts first. I don't even
want to go back to that picture. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my goodness. Alright. That was the most dangerous animals on each continent. Did y'all learn anything new? Nature fucking scary, bro. Oh, that little shit killing people. God damn it. I swear to God I'm never going to Australia. If I go to Australia, I'm wearing a hazmat suit and, I don't know, AK, I guess. Hopefully it helps. Anyway, if you all want to see more Good Nature reactions, playlist up here. Quick thank you to the YouTubers and Patreons. Thank you all for the support. Come on, come out. Yes. Thank you. And I'll catch you all next time, okay, everybody? Bye-bye. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and have a nice day.